welcome back to another video. Today we're planting up some summer containers. I just picked up a gorgeous load of plants, specifically more for a cottage feel. I really love that aesthetic, so go check this list out if you want to know more about the plants, some of which we're going to plant today. We've already progressed really well in the new garden. Just behind me we have a wonderful new border that we just prepared and planted. It's already looking really glorious. We have a couple new blooms, especially some nasturtiums, so I cannot wait to see it grow. So we're continuing to make this new garden our own. Today I want to focus on planting up this little island of containers. I've already placed a couple of containers and 3 shrub roses, and right now you're standing inside the house. So this is the view that we have looking from the dining area through to the outdoors. So this is really going to be the first thing that you see also when you walk in. And just behind me we have that brand new border that we just created. Towards the back over here, you can see all of my garden debris and trolleys and bits and bobs that need to be hidden. So this is definitely something we're going to work on. Today, the focus is over here. So I was mentioning we have 3 shrub roses. 2 of these shrub roses actually came with me from the UK. So we have Roldal. This is Wild Eve that I had basically, decided to demote and kind of either tucked away in a garden or replaced altogether. But right now is a full sun position. She is full of buds, so this looks very promising. And a 3rd edition produces single blooms in white and in clusters, so there's always something blooming on this rose. I really love it. So I placed them as a little trio. I think that gives us a lot of balance. I discarded those containers, the metal, because it's going to warm up way too fast in the sun, and some very small containers that are just going to fry. Oh, Simba. And it also looks good. Behind me we have the sofa, and it also looks good from the sofa with a really nice, lovely balanced planting. So really like that. And we still have another little cluster of roses over here. I need to figure out what we're going to put in the gap, but if we end up doing a really nice border there, that might answer the question. So we'll see. Anyway, the job now is to plant up those containers. Okay, first I'm going to fill up all the containers with some potting mix. I could have kept the soil that I had from the bulbs because it wouldn't have drawn much, but I actually had to use that soil in the border because I just couldn't get my hands on some compost. We didn't have a car for a while, so anyway, now I have to fill them up again. But if you had bulbs in your containers, you could simply lift the bulbs, then top up with compost, and then feed your plants normally, and that would absolutely be fine for a new season. All right, all our containers are full of compost, so let's go. I actually raised up the middle ones on a brick so that they could prop up a bit higher, and I think we're going to place some taller plants in the middle because we really see this island from all sides. Welcome to my mini nursery. I ended up reusing the sawhorses and the decking boards that I put together for the Christmas display. It's actually a really good table to hold all my bits. I do have more things spilling over in my greenhouses on the ground. I have the potting table just in front of me and another area with the dahlias. But I still thought that it looks really, really beautiful, and then we can pick some plants to go in the containers. I really want to make sure to pick colors and plants that are going to match the color scheme of the border just behind. I think that's going to be important for the cohesiveness, and also I don't want things to clash too much. Let's see what we come up with. I've always struggled to keep Dianthus happy, but I think the color is really close to that of the Scabiosa that we used in the border just behind. So I'm thinking we could tuck in 3 in a low container and see how they do. Then I was thinking we might use some of the verbena in the middle to bring some height and also that movement, but also a bit of a screening effect so that we keep the surprise, if you will, of what's behind. Maybe let's start with 3 and we'll see. had to pop an umbrella to bring in some more shade. Then I want to show you where we've gotten to for now. We still have our 3 roses that are our foundational shrubs, and I dotted around some perennials and annuals. I think it makes sense to have taller plants in the middle. So I popped 2 containers that are very similar with some verbena, some of the basil, and I'm also going to dot around some of the Nicotiana seedlings we started. At the front, I have some dianthus with a color that perfectly matches the scabiosa. Then I popped 2 sets of 3 lily of a variety called Landini. It has a beautiful, really rich, dark burgundy color. A geranium, a dahlia with more sweet pea underplanting. This is Dahlia Takeoff. It is absolutely beautiful. Again, with that lilac color, it's an animan type with a bit of a lighter center colorette. It's going to be absolutely stunning. Well, at least I hope it's going to bloom well. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that it gave you plenty of ideas for your summer plantings if you haven't done them already. I feel like I'm a little bit late in the garden this year. I think it's from the move and everything we had to accomplish in the house and also in the garden before we could get started. But I feel like it's coming along nicely. And I think next we're going to work on garden planning because there's a few new areas that I want to develop and I want to go through that list and tackle a couple of odd jobs here and there. So I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.